It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no coincidence. As a chosen one, you've always sensed there was a greater calling on your life. A sense that, despite hardships or doubts, something remarkable awaited you. Today's message might be the spark you've been waiting for. You're destined to be the happiest millionaire in your family. Yes, you read that right. The seeds for your soaring success have already been planted by divine hands, waiting for you to nurture them into fulfillment. Before we proceed, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 77 below to send a potent signal to the universe. Replay this video as often as you feel drawn to, intensifying its energy. If you're truly a chosen one, you'll stay until the very end. If not, you'll likely drift away before you can receive this light-shifting revelation. The whisper of destiny. You felt it for as long as you can remember. A quiet, persistent nudge that says you're meant for more. While people around you might be satisfied with ordinary routines, you sense a deeper plan woven into the fabric of your life. It's not about arrogance or entitlement. It's an inner knowing that nudges you past the limits others accept. This is the whisper of destiny, hinting that your journey won't follow conventional scripts. Often, family and friends may fail to see this. They settle into predictable job paths, shrugging off bigger dreams as impractical fantasies. Meanwhile, you light up at the thought of expansion, fresh ideas, alternative routes, side hustles that spark your creativity, or spiritual endeavors that align with your soul. People you meet every day might call you restless or unrealistic, but that restlessness isn't mere impatience. It's destiny encouraging you not to shrink into a mold that doesn't fit. This whisper can grow louder during challenges. Unexpected bills might pile up, or a job might not materialize as planned. Yet even in disappointment, you feel a pull to keep going. Why? Because deep down, your spirit refuses to accept defeat. The whisper says, "This hurdle is temporary. Keep believing." It's a quiet faith that defies logic, often misunderstood by those who see only your present struggles. The whisper of destiny doesn't guarantee an easy road, but it promises meaning. Each step you take, applying for that bold position, launching a side project, or risking a new investment, carries an undercurrent of excitement. You sense that something grander is orchestrating these moments, lining them up like puzzle pieces destined to fit. It's not blind optimism. It's a subtle recognition of your connection to a divine plan. The world you live in can be competitive and cynical. Many chase success out of fear or desperation, but you approach it differently. You don't just want wealth, you want well-being, purpose, and joy. This is why you'll be the happiest millionaire, because every milestone you reach resonates with your soul's purpose. You're not looking to accumulate for status alone. You seek deeper fulfillment that can't be measured by mere figures in a bank account. Embracing the whisper of destiny involves trusting your intuition. Certain pathways might not make logical sense to onlookers, but to you they sparkle with possibility. It might be an unconventional career switch or investing in a dream that seems far-fetched. At times, your family or community might question your choices, but as a chosen one, you realize your path is different by design. The seeds for prosperity are scattered along roads less traveled, guarded by this intangible sense that you're guided and that each risk is a piece of your divine inheritance waiting to bloom. Releasing the burden of limiting beliefs. As you stand at the cusp of this journey to abundant happiness and wealth, you must first shed the weight of limiting beliefs. These beliefs are like shackles forged from fear, doubt, and societal conditioning, impediments that can tether you to mediocrity. In essence, they whisper, "You can't," or "You're not good enough," reinforcing the notion that success is exclusive to certain lineages or privileged groups. Breaking these chains is imperative because, as a chosen one, you're not bound by man-made lineations. Often, these restrictions originate from our upbringing. Families, despite their good intentions, sometimes pass down scarcity mindsets. Money is hard to come by, too much ambition invites trouble, or stick to safe paths. Perhaps you've internalized these cautions, afraid to reach beyond the security net of conventional living. But deep inside, your soul protests. It knows that safety built on small dreams can never rival the joy of actualizing your higher calling. People you meet every day mirror these cautions, encouraging you to play it safe. They question why you chase a bigger dream, labeling it risky or unrealistic. But consider this, the same voices that urge you to tame lore won't be the ones living with your regrets. You alone will bear the ache of unrealized potential if you succumb to their cramped worldview. Releasing such beliefs requires self-awareness. Acknowledge the narratives that loop in your mind, messages about unworthiness or fear of failure. Notice how these thoughts trigger anxiety or hesitation. By identifying them, you begin the process of freeing yourself. You might find journaling or meditation helpful, sifting through your mental clutter to unearth the root of each limiting belief. Is it truly yours, or did you inherit it from someone who saw the world through fear-tinted glasses? You also unravel these beliefs by taking consistent, small steps toward your goal. Each micro-success erodes the foundation of doubt. When you prove to yourself that a new venture or a bold career move brings you confidence rather than catastrophe, you reclaim emotional territory once occupied by fear. Over time, your neural pathways rewire, discarding destructive patterns and adopting a more empowering story of I can and I will. Liberation from limiting beliefs doesn't mean arrogance takes root. Rather, it opens a space for gratitude. You realize that if you can transcend personal barriers, you can also help others do the same. This mindset fosters a magnetic field around you, drawing in people who see your success as an inspiration, not a threat. You become a catalyst, encouraging family, friends, and even strangers to question their own assumptions about what's possible. Ultimately, releasing these burdens allows you to tap into the seeds God has given you, seeds planted in your spirit long before you recognize them. Once freed from the weight of small thinking, you're prepared to cultivate these seeds, relentlessly fueling them with the water of discipline and the sunshine of optimism. The harvest that emerges will surpass mere survival, blossoming into a life rich with happiness, abundance, and the satisfaction of a destiny well embraced. Chapter 3. Embracing the Happiest Millionaire Mindset. As you shift away from limiting beliefs, you step closer to embodying the mindset of the happiest millionaire. Unlike the stereotypes of wealth driven by competition or greed, your riches emerge from gratitude, passion, and a spirit of service. This sets you apart. Your motivation isn't hoarding resources or flaunting status, but celebrating a life where financial freedom coexists with inner fulfillment. What does the happiest millionaire mindset look like? First, it involves perceiving money not as an end, but as a tool. You recognize that having resources can expand opportunities for growth, creativity, and philanthropy. It's not about piling up zeros in your account for the sake of it, but about liberating yourself to explore higher possibilities. Freed from financial strain, you can devote energy to uplifting your community, nurturing relationships, and engaging in worthwhile pursuits that speak to your soul. People you meet every day might still equate money with selfishness, assuming millionaires are arrogant or disconnected from everyday struggles. But your experience and humility break that cliché. You walked a path that demanded empathy, forging connections with various social circles. Having empathy and wealth is a rare blend. Instead of fueling your ego, riches become an amplifier of your compassion. Funding projects that help the underprivileged, supporting artists, or investing in education that empowers the next generation. Another hallmark of this mindset is self-care. You refuse to be a burnout case who hits millionaire status with frazzled nerves and lost joy. Your contentment stems from balance. You allow yourself periods of rest, laughter, and creative indulgence. By prioritizing well-being, you avoid the trap of turning into an anxious workaholic, ensuring your relationships flourish alongside your ventures. This holistic approach epitomizes how a chosen one aligns with prosperity, weaving spiritual depth into material success. Moreover, you maintain a perpetual learning attitude. Growing wealth demands adaptability. Markets shift, new ideas emerge, and your inner guidance evolves. Rather than clinging to a single method or formula, you remain curious, open to fresh perspectives. This humility widens your horizons, enabling you to pivot swiftly when obstacles arise. While others cling to outdated plans, You navigate changes gracefully, buoyed by the certainty that, as a chosen one, you're supported in ways that transcend typical logic. Embracing the happiest millionaire mindset also implies celebrating others' wins. You find no pleasure in overshadowing friends or family. Instead, you uplift them, recognizing that collective elevation multiplies joy. Whether it's guiding a sibling startup or co-investing with a trusted friend, you see their success as a piece of your puzzle, contributing to an atmosphere of shared abundance. In the end, your pursuit of wealth radiates serene confidence, unburdened by the anxiety or empty striving so often associated with big earnings. Each day, you wake up with a sense of anticipation rather than dread, viewing challenges as stepping stones to even greater outcomes. This synergy between financial abundance and spiritual alignment is what truly qualifies you to be the happiest millionaire in your family, a beacon showing them that wealth, grounded in love and principles, can reshape not only personal destinies but communal possibilities as well. Chapter 4, Seeds from the Divine, What It Means to Soar. When we say God has given you the seeds to soar, it implies that your success isn't random. Seeds, by their nature, contain immense potential within a small shell. The right conditions, soil, water, sunlight, activate this potential, transforming a tiny speck into a flourishing plant. Similarly, you carry within you the encoded blueprint for prosperity, happiness, and profound impact. It's not enough to just possess these seeds. You must cultivate them actively. The metaphor of soaring suggests transcending limits. Many people live tethered to mundane routines, weighed down by doubt or superficial goals. But you, as a chosen one, glimpse a higher vantage point. Soaring indicates ascension, rising above obstacles and daily distractions to see broader landscapes of possibility. It's a spiritual expansion, not just an economic one. Yes, you're set to become the happiest millionaire, but that's a byproduct of fulfilling your higher potential, not the sole objective. Seeds from the divine also imply responsibility. A seed is inert without nurture. Likewise, your spiritual talents, innate leadership, or visionary ideas won't bloom if you neglect them. People you meet every day might assume success arises from luck or external grants, but your real luck is the cosmic favor that bestowed seeds upon you. Growing them depends on your willingness to invest effort, discipline, and unwavering commitment. This interplay between divine gift and human action forms the crux of your journey. Cultivation often demands risk. Planting seeds means burying them in darkness, trusting they'll germinate. You might invest time and resources in ideas others deem outlandish. You might resign from a safe job to pursue a calling that sets your spirit ablaze. In these leaps of faith, you honor the seeds God planted, believing they carried the blueprint for your next breakthrough. Skeptics might warn you of failure, but you understand that unplanted seeds never bear fruit. As you water these seeds through daily choices, reading that extra book, enrolling in courses, collaborating on creative endeavors, they start to sprout. Initial growth can be fragile, susceptible to doubts or missteps. Yet each success, each small victory, reinforces your conviction that you are on sacred ground. Through perseverance, your tiny shoots become roots strong enough to support a massive canopy of success, eventually flourishing into tangible wealth, purposeful projects, and enduring joy. Soaring also hints at detaching from fear. Like a bird discarding heavy baggage to reach greater heights, you relinquish worry, resentment, or comparisons. The higher you fly, the less petty gossip or trivial obstacles affect you. A broad aerial perspective emerges, letting you spot opportunities others miss. Your vantage point grows expansive, bridging the spiritual and physical realms as you orchestrate blessings into existence. This process is deeply personal. No two chosen ones share an identical trajectory. The seeds you nurture differ from someone else's, but each chosen soul finds that, once they commit to cultivating their God-given gifts, an unstoppable momentum gathers. You soar not through sheer will alone, but guided by the currents of destiny that lift you higher than you ever imagined. Such ascension stands as testament to the seeds God placed in you, a promise that, with care, patience, and faith, your future holds not just fleeting success, but a legacy of brilliance that enriches everyone around you. expanding your family's vision. Your destiny as the happiest millionaire in your family doesn't mean you outshine them in a spirit of rivalry. Instead, it positions you to illuminate possibilities they may never have considered. Families often inherit limiting beliefs, caution, fear of risk, or a narrow understanding of success. When you break those patterns, you're not just accomplishing a personal victory, you're charting a path they can follow as they choose. First, understand that your loved ones might not immediately celebrate your unconventional aims. They've seen the cautionary tales, entrepreneurs failing, dreamers crushed by reality, idealists burned by disappointment. Their concern stems from love, but it can manifest as discouragement. As a chosen one, you must hold firm. Their doubts reflect their perspective, not your capability over time. Your consistent achievements reveal that what seemed reckless is actually guided by cosmic intelligence. People you meet every day within your family circle could also harbor envy, especially as your financial status blossoms. Some might question your luck or suspect you made unethical moves to prosper. Rather than responding with anger, respond with understanding. They simply can't reconcile their ingrained belief that money equates to moral compromise with what they see in you. By patiently explaining your strategies, your ethical grounding, and the divine support behind your journey, you plant seeds of expansion in their minds. Moreover, your newfound wealth can fund opportunities that benefit your relatives. Perhaps you invest in a sibling startup or help parents upgrade their quality of life. This isn't about buying affection, but expressing gratitude and generosity. The ripple effect is powerful. It shifts the family dynamic from fear-based survival toward a more abundant mindset. Witnessing you handle resources with integrity and compassion challenges any negativity they might cling to. As you expand the family's vision, steer clear of forcing them to adopt your views. Everyone grows at their own pace. Some may never align with your worldview, and that's okay. Your role is to be a lighthouse, shining a beacon of possibility without dragging anyone into the harbor. If they choose to stay in familiar waters, respect that choice but remain available should curiosity lead them toward you. Expect some resistance. Patterns ingrained over generations rarely vanish overnight. But each time a cousin or sibling watches you solve a problem in an ingenious way, each time they see you uplift others while prospering, the cogs of their beliefs slowly shift. By living out your chosen destiny, you demonstrate that wealth rooted in spiritual alignment can be a source of happiness, not corruption. Ultimately, changing family paradigms demands patience and consistency. Be prepared for cyclical waves of doubt, followed by glimmers of acceptance. Over time, you gather small signs that your example is sparking a collective evolution. Maybe a relative starts a passion project, or an aunt re-examines her limiting money beliefs. Through your steadfast journey, you end up contributing more than finances. You offer them a renewed chance to dream big, to unshackle themselves from scarcity, and to embrace the possibility that blessings can flow in far grander ways than they once believed. Sustaining joy amid financial success. Becoming the happiest millionaire in your family hinges not just on accumulating wealth, but sustaining joy throughout the process. As resources pour in and your influence grows, the pressures of new responsibilities, demands on your time, and expectations can quietly erode your well-being if unchecked. The trick lies in balancing ambition with contentment, ensuring your spirit remains at peace even while you scale new heights. First, anchor yourself in meaningful pursuits. The money you're earning should serve your passion and values, not the other way around. Whenever an opportunity presents itself, pause to ask, does this align with my mission, or does it merely inflate my bank balance? That single question can save you from chasing hollow ventures that fail to nourish your soul. By focusing on projects that amplify your purpose, you infuse even the busiest schedule with a sense of fulfillment, transforming work into a living testament of your calling. Next, embrace downtime. Wealth can lure you into a constant hustle, deals, meetings, expansions, each step intensifying the cycle. This can lead to a restless mind and battered well-being if you're not careful. By scheduling regular breaks for hobbies, spiritual practices, or family time, you preserve the joy wealth is meant to enhance. These intervals also recharge your creativity, ensuring you return to task with fresh insights. Paradoxically, stepping away often fosters greater productivity than incessant work. People you meet every day might hold the misconception that big success demands unrelenting sacrifice. They measure dedication by sleepless nights and caffeine-fueled marathons. Yet as a chosen one, you demonstrate another path, synergy. By blending rest, relationships, and reflection into your routine, you function from a place of calm potency. This confounds those who only know burnout, showing them that real success doesn't require self-destruction. Cultivating gratitude is another key. Even as your income soars, remain conscious of the blessings, past, present, and future, that shaped your journey. Let gratitude guide how you spend and share your resources. When you help a friend in need or donate to a cause, you exercise the same generosity the universe extended to you. Gratitude fosters resilience against greed or complacency, keeping your heart tender and your motives aligned with love. Additionally, maintain spiritual grounding. Pray or meditate regularly to keep ego in check. As recognition builds, the temptation to self-aggrandize grows, but your role is to remain a conduit for divine abundance, not a container that claims all for itself. Continually reminding yourself of this principle wards off arrogance. It also attracts more blessings, as humility is a magnet for cosmic grace. In sustaining joy amid financial success, you reaffirm that being a millionaire is no guarantee of happiness unless you diligently preserve the conditions for personal and spiritual well-being. By staying true to your values, integrating rest, practice, and gratitude, and grounding yourself in high principles, you forge a life where prosperity and bliss coexist effortlessly, an ideal that stands as a luminous example to anyone seeking both wealth and a thriving soul. The legacy you leave for future generations. Reaching the status of the happiest millionaire isn't merely about enjoying life in the present. It's also about the legacy you carve out for the generations following you. As a chosen one, your impact transcends personal fulfillment. Each choice, achievement, and value you uphold sets a precedent for your family and beyond. By living in alignment with your divine calling, you offer a blueprint for those who come after, showing them a path to prosperity rooted in compassion, wisdom, and authenticity. Imagine the younger members of your family observing you closely. They see someone who broke ancestral cycles of scarcity or resentment, who shaped their success with ethical integrity. They notice how you handle challenges with composure, turning setbacks into innovations. This observation plants seeds of possibility in their minds. If you can thrive on your unique path, maybe they can too. They learn not to fear ambition, but to approach it with a sense of purpose and humility. Likewise, your actions redefine how the family perceives wealth. Money is no longer a taboo or a source of tension. It becomes a tool for empowerment. Watching you invest in community projects, sponsor educational opportunities, or support struggling relatives with no strings attached, they realize wealth can be a force for good. Over time, this understanding shifts family narratives, encouraging open conversations about finances and aspirations. The transparency fosters growth instead of secrecy, uniting relatives in shared goals. In your broader community, you might quietly mentor individuals who lack resources or guidance. Your standing as a successful yet grounded figure gives you leverage to champion causes and disrupt systemic inequalities. The ripple effect of your philanthropic ventures, be it scholarships or startup grants, can spark widespread change. Lives improved, dreams reignited, local economies uplifted. Each act of giving reaffirms your conviction that the chosen one's prosperity is most powerful when it elevates others alongside you. This legacy resonates spiritually as well. By demonstrating that wealth need not corrupt the soul, you challenge entrenched beliefs that link money to moral decay. Observers see you maintain kindness, uphold fairness, and remain connected to your spiritual practices despite your material ascendancy. This refutes cynics who claim wealth always leads to greed or that success alienates you from your roots. Instead, you prove that the key lies in your mindset, your cosmic alignment, and your unwavering devotion to higher principles. Ultimately, the legacy you leave is an invitation. It calls future generations, be they your bloodline or anyone inspired by your journey, to transcend self-imposed ceilings. They witness how your path, guided by divine seeds, soars beyond expectations, shaping a joyous life that simultaneously spreads blessings. Thus, even when you step away from the spotlight, your influence endures, woven into the stories and successes of those who follow. In this final chapter, understand that your significance touches far beyond personal gains. You're not merely the happiest millionaire in your family for your own sake. You're a catalyst, weaving enduring change into the fabric of collective destiny. And that, more than any accolade, confirms you've honored your calling as a chosen one, proving that when God plants seeds for you to soar, the harvest nurtures not just you, but the many who walk in your light.